All right, boys, welcome back. Today's Monday, October 6th, 2025, and I hope you guys are ready for a fun-packed full 2 hours of nothing but hardcore programming action. As always, I am Addy, and we're ready to do this. Let's do this. Let's do it. Let's do it. Now, I was trying with Streamlabs. I was trying to do a mobile stream. I was trying to do the horizontal and the vertical stream, hence the hand motions that I'm making. You know, the horizontal, the vertical, like Vogue, Vogue. Like I'm sure, like anybody listening to this, you're probably younger than the song Vogue. But yeah, no, I'm unable. You are unable to select when you decide to do do both horizontal and vertical streams. You're unable to select a previously scheduled stream. So it is what it is. You know, it is what it is, and that's what I say with a lot of things. It is what it is. You cannot select a previously scheduled stream when you want to do horizontal and vertical streaming with the Streamlabs application, proving yet once again that it is a terrible, terrible application. And yet here I am using it. All right, so yeah, it is what it is. That's what I'm going to be saying a lot of that tonight. It is what it is. It is what it is. And Matthew is in the house saying, "Hey, Addy, wrong mic input selected." Oh yeah, that is the wrong input mic selected. All right, let's see. How did that get changed? I didn't change that. Oh, it's because the device is default. Let's see. I think this is the one I want. I'm gonna try that. Okay. Okay. God, this is a terrible app. Let me see.
Hello. I'm trying to test this microphone to make sure it's the correct one. Could somebody let me know? Can they hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I honestly, like, I don't even know what other microphone I have attached to this computer. Like, honestly, I don't. As I'm going to go back to the other microphone. I'm going to see if I can figure out where it is. It might be the camera. I'm not 100% sure. Let's go back. Let's go back to that for a second. Go back to default. Okay, we're back on default. Okay, it's not the camera.
Hello?
It's the other camera. Old camera. The camera actually has a microphone. Bizarre. I didn't even know that. Okay. All right. Well, now I know. Okay. Yeah, you learn something new every day. Let's go back. Let's go back to that. All right. We'll go back to this microphone. That's the old camera has a microphone. Bizarre. Bizarre. And yeah, the pet cam. The pet cam. I honestly I did not know, and like today I have it trained on this right here, or I have it pointed to that, and I want to know where Not Sure is. There has not been a Not Sure sighting all day today, and you know the Discord channel has felt empty without him, so I don't know what to do. I mean, not that Matthew is in great company, but you know we need to get the trio back. The boys need to be back. And speaking of getting the boys back together, let me text Lisa. I'm gonna say, she has not popped into the stream lately. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so I'm gonna send the stream to the people I usually send it to. So I'm gonna send it to my buddy. Oh, there she is, Lisa. It's almost like I just summoned you from the deep. I said, Lisa. Oh, she's sick. I'm sorry to hear that, honey. I hope you're all right. I'm gonna send my friend Lisa the link. Hopefully she'll get it and be able to join the stream as well. No, what do you have? Is it like a sore throat? Is it worse than a sore throat? Is it just like a general like head cold? Is it I don't know, tuberculosis? Is like what are some like ancient like illnesses. Let's see. Common illnesses from the Middle Ages, other than the bubonic plague. Smallpox, is it measles? Is it dysentery? Oh my God, you have dysentery. No. Lisa has leprosy. Not strep, flu, or COVID. I have laryngitis, fever, aches, and phlegm. Ugh, God. Ugh, I'm sorry, Lisa. I hope you get better soon. I know I'm poking a little bit of fun, but I do hope you get better soon. Ugh, being sick is terrible. Ugh. Oh, and a cough. My wife has had a cough for like 6 months, and I have told her to get it looked at. I'm like, it is not normal to have a cough for 6 months. And she's like, oh, it's fine. Whenever I get a cough, I always have it for like 6 months to a year. And I'm like, honey, I've known you for 8 years, and you've had coughs before, not that long. And she just insists that the cough is like, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's nothing. So, okay, whatever. I mean, if she wants to make me a widow at a young age, then, she's going to make me a widow at a young age. And Not Sure is in the house. Not Sure. There have been big changes in the Addy Goes Live universe today. Matthew strong-armed me into creating a Discord. And then I'm trying to get you a link. And actually, I sent an invite to Lisa as well. Shit, I forgot that I can't freaking paste into... Okay, I got to go over here to do it then. I can't paste into the stream chat from Streamlabs. Yet another reason not to use Streamlabs. All right, let me see. Let me paste that in here. So that is the link. So you've got to... We're abandoning the Slack idea because, as I mentioned, like... How many streams are like, yeah, join us on Slack? But whatever. I mean, we could set a standard. Like we're cool kids, right? We could be different. Not Sure says I have 50 different Discord accounts, not because I use it, but because I keep forgetting the credentials I use. No, I was the same way. But look at it like this: you only have to use Discord until we get Kekbo up and running, until we get all the major features done with Kekbo, and then you can use that, and then you'll never have to use another chat program ever again. That's the plan. All right, so what do we want to do first tonight? Do we want to work on the boat, trying to get the boat to recognize when it's above water or when it's not? Or do we want to look at Kekbo, or do we just kind of want to look at the news and try to rip off Asmongold? I don't know. What do we want to do? We should just use OG IRC. No. I want to write it myself. That's what I want to do. I want to write my own thing. Happening now. Oh, see, look, if you go to the Discord, there's even an event. It says happening now. Addy Goes Live stream. And Lisa, I sent you an invite to the server as well. Lisa, why aren't you there? Lisa, it's just like a bunch of dudes hanging out. We need that female energy. We need that feminine energy. We need it because men will just end up we will end up reverting to caveman days if we don't have female energy. I don't think I have Discord. I'm friends with you on Discord. Not Sure says redacted messages don't get deleted from your Streamlabs chat window. So wait, what was the redacted? What was the redact? Wait, did you redact it, or did YouTube did YouTube censor you? Okay, you're telling me to guess. I'm gonna guess that you deleted the one about 50 different Discords accounts and then you found it immediately. That's what I'm guessing, but I honestly don't know because I haven't seen anything particularly scandalous. I'm trying to be more inclusive. Wait, are you being I was gonna say, are you being no, I said fuck the boat. Oh, I didn't see that. No, I didn't see the message I didn't see fuck the boat. Oh, wait, I did see fuck the boat. I did see that. And now it's gone. Okay, that's what was confusing me. Okay, so I don't necessarily want to fuck the boat. Apparently there was a meme with JD Vance going a few months ago, or like I guess around the election, where like they were saying like the Democrats were trying to say that he said he had sex with a couch or something like that. There was something going on with JD Vance and having sex with a couch. I don't know, but it was like one of those things that like I think it was one of those things that the opposing party wanted to try and have stick on their opposing party, and then it did it. Like it's like I don't like. It used to be like back when I was like in the 90s, right? It used to be that like the Republicans were the squares, and the Democrats were the young kids, and like everything the Republicans did was just like it was just like, oh, whatever, boomer, and it was just like you're lame, right? And I feel like the script has completely flipped, right? Like the left can't meme. Like the Democrats do not know how to meme anymore. And like meanwhile, you've got Trump sending out these like deep fakes like with sombrero hats. And it's fucking hilarious. It is hilarious. And like if Barack Obama had did that, yeah, there would be some questions about like, is this very presidential? But at the same time, the Democrats be fucking laughing their heads off and just be like, because like Trump is a troll and trolls are gonna troll. And then you can't like, and then it's like trying to like, oh, he's just a racist or he's just he's a fucking troll. He's a troll elected to the presidency. So just, anyway, okay. What are we going to do first, boys, or boys and girls? Let me go back to the stream. I'm going to add a poll really quick. I'm going to talk for a couple of more minutes, and I'm going to do a poll. And I hope Lisa votes in this poll. What first? What first? Are we going to do the boat, or are we going to do Kekbo? Those are the two options. That's it. No more options. And pretty much however Lisa votes, that's what we're doing. Although I don't have any way of determining how Lisa votes, but I don't know. I want to see what's in here. Not sure says he's not voting. Well, then, just like a real election, I guess, just like a real election. Okay. I'm going to vote, and I'm going to vote on my secret screen because the anonymity of voting is a sanctity of democracy. All right. So let me see. All right. Oh, wait, I can't vote on that screen. I guess I got to vote over here. All right, let me do over here. All right. Okay, so far we have 2 votes. Both people have voted for the boat, and I know Not Sure has not voted. So, did you see someone ask to help on the project in GitHub? Did they? I don't think I saw that. Let me see. Was it in the discussions, or was it? I guess I could go up here. What is this? Hello, can you put this issue on me? I am looking for something simple for starters. I like your project and I'd like to work on a few more issues. Oh, all right. Well, let me see if this person's around, and I'll go ahead and... Sure. And be sure to join us on the live stream. We're live right now. We're live right now. Let's see, right there. Okay, and comment. And let me go ahead and put this on that guy. Now, here's the thing. Like, who is this guy, right? Like, what do we know about this guy? Like, I mean, let's be real. Like, he could be some crazed maniac. Like, we don't know what we're getting ourselves into. But let's see if he does anything. Oh, wait, I assigned it to me. Let's see if, who knows? Maybe he'll end up being like this amazing game developer. Maybe he'll end up being more annoying than Not Sure. You never know. I'm kidding. Not Sure. I'm kidding. No, but thanks for pointing that out. I would have seen it eventually. It might have been 2 weeks from now, but I would have seen it eventually. All right. So is there? I don't think I really had time to check this earlier. Matthew, which channel is the live chat in Discord? What are you talking about? What do you mean, what channel is the live chat in Discord? There's live chat in Discord? Wait, what? What are we talking about? It would be cool, actually. I don't know if this is possible. There might be a plugin that does it, but it would be cool
to have the YouTube chat in Discord. You would have to link your accounts, and I mean, but it would be cool to be able to do that, right? Maybe that's something that Kekbo can do. That will be a feature of Kekbo, is what it will be. Matt, sorry, just get back. We can add one specifically for live stream chat. There you go. But I don't even see Not Sure in the server. Like, Not Sure is not even in the server yet. I don't see him. Where is he? Oh wait, welcome. There he is. Glad to see you. Not Sure. Wave to say hi. All right, there he is. The man, the myth, the legend is in the Discord. I can close Slack and forget Slack, because I was I didn't close Slack because I was afraid that Not Sure would just like not come into Discord and would instead just go to Slack, and I wanted to make sure that we were able to notify him appropriately. Now, once Lisa and Razman and whoever else, Oliver, or one of the various other stragglers that come by every now and then, once they get in, it'll be like a full house. It'll be a full house. All right, so I guess we're working on the boat then. So I did add a couple more tickets. Just one. Okay, I just added this. I need to flesh this out a little bit more, but I didn't do any labels or anything. So let me do the labels. So the mini map would be, I think the mini map would be an enhancement for sure. It would not be a good first issue. Help won it. No. Well, maybe. I'll leave that as maybe. Okay, so this would be type and this would be feature. I still don't understand projects. Okay, so that is settled. We should work on Matthew Vale's game. It's not open source. He won't share the source. So how can we? We can't. We can't. I mean, it would be fun, but no, we can't. So, we're going to be stuck with this piece of shit. Sorry, Not Sure. Sorry that this game isn't good enough for you. He can give us a conceptual problem to work on. You can work on my DLL. You have a DLL, like a dynamic loading library, or is it linking library? Dynamic linking library. Yeah, dynamic linking library. That type of DLL, or are you talking about like downloadable content? It's not a word. I'm making that up. Downloadable DLL. See, you come from a .NET world, so I kind of assume that you don't take this the wrong way. But I kind of assume that you don't know what a DLL is, or maybe you know like conceptually what it is, but it's a small library for common code I use that includes a Unity package with also... Okay, all right. Just use Docker. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh my God, just use Docker for what? Oh, I was sitting downstairs and I was admiring my own heartbeat. I was admiring how like my resting heartbeat is back in the low 50s. Like I'm happy to that my resting heart rate was 54 earlier. I would like to get it under 50, but time. You got to give it time. I got to lose more weight before I get my heart rate under 50. But now this, oh my God, just Not Sure is just going to drive me nuts. I just know it is. I just know he is. Oh. And then I realized that when I'm streaming at my mother's for the next couple of days, I do have a big monitor that I took to my mother's house like a while back. So actually we can work on the game. But we'll figure out what we want to work on. Not Sure says, I'd feel bad if I gave Addie a heart attack. All right, live stream announcements. I have noticed that Matthew loves creating chat rooms. I have noticed that. Like in Slack, he created like 50 different chat rooms, and like I created like 2 on Discord. Like when I literally created the Addy Goes Live Discord server this morning, and I created like 2 chat rooms. Matthew has just created he's created categories and chat rooms, and he's created chat rooms of chat rooms, and he's just gone crazy. He's gone crazy about it. This is the live chat. Yes. I'm Addy Goes Live Emergency Contact. Actually, did I talk about my emergency contact and how I kind of had I think I did talk about this, or I was telling somebody about it recently, but in life you have like these milestones, right? You turn 18, you can vote. You turn 21, you can buy alcohol. You turn 25, you can rent a car, things like that. And so I guess maybe like 5-6 years ago, I kind of hit another milestone, but it was related to my daughter. And for years I used my I used my mother as my emergency contact. And for reasons I won't get into, I don't necessarily use my wife as my emergency contact. I was using my mother. And then I was like, about 6 years ago, my daughter, full-fledged adult, responsible person, and I realized it had reached a point where it made more sense to use my daughter as my emergency contact than my mother. And that was like this like evolution. It was kind of like passing the baton kind of feeling or something like that. Like now, like I had become, I don't know how to explain it, but it was weird. It was weird. It was like recognizing the mortality of my mother and of myself and of my daughter, and realizing that chances are my daughter will outlive me, and that I'm going to outlive my mom, and it was a weird thing. It was a weird thing. It was weird. Okay, now we're in the live stream chat. Jesus Christ, how many goddamn Matthew loves creating channels. He loves creating channels. Oh, and Lisa has made it to the Discord. I am so happy to see you, Lisa. As a matter of fact, okay, I'm adding Lisa as a friend. I'm going to say, oh wait, I want to give him mod powers. Let me see. How do I do this? Okay, I'm gonna have to bring my naughty boy browser over here for a minute. Hopefully I'm not showing anything. Please let me know if I'm showing something I shouldn't be showing. Okay, so I don't know how to do this. No, I don't think that's it. No. It was something like or maybe I got to go to server settings, and is there like a roles? There we go. I think this is what I got to do. And then I go over to manage members, add a member, and I'm going to add Not Short, and I'm going to add Lisa just because I love Lisa. All right, perfect. Now, everybody who is in the Discord is a moderator. So, okay. All right. Let's get focused. So, what I did this morning was I'm distracted by Discord. Okay. So what I did this morning was I basically went and I was fooling around with the code that the AI had generated to get the boat to detect if it's on water, if it's beached, or if it's on land, or what it is. And so let me show you where we're at. I'm going to show you where we're at. You get admin. Everybody gets admin. I mean, that's kind of what it is, right? All right. Okay. All right, Unity. Okay. What is going on? Like, literally, what is this? I'll tell you one thing. My Mac flies. Not a problem with my Mac. Flies. Windows, ugh. Okay. So here we go. All right. So we come over here to the boat. So you can look over on the right-hand side. I have these debug items. The ones relevant to the boat are for not over land, not on water, not beached, and then we have water depth, water coverage, and min ground clearance. Now, you can already see that water depth is 0, which is wrong, and I'm not sure why. Water coverage is 0. I'm not even sure what water coverage is supposed to be. And wait a minute. I think there's something I got to close. No, because I'm getting like notifications from multiple things. Discord, I'm going to mute. I thought I was getting a notification for something else, but who knows? Okay. So let me go ahead and I'll drive the boat. And then you can see the values. They're not changing. Like nothing's changing, right? So, and then I went through this morning and I made sure that indeed, in fact, that there was depth, right? That things were like underwater. That there was depth. That's what I'm trying to say. So you can see that here. Not sure says, are we using raycasts or collider? So the AI code is using I think it's using a collider. Let me look. Oh, you know what? Actually, it's using a raycast. Well, let's look at the code. I haven't looked at it too in depth. I remember one time I did like a live screen share, remember? But I had to do it read only because you guys kept typing over top of me. I wonder if I could do that again. Let me see. Start collaboration session. Okay. Were you satisfied with your experience using live share? I haven't had an experience using live share. Visual Studio Live Share firewall access. Oh my God. I just want to allow people on the internet to get logged into my computer and modify. Like, what's the big deal? Okay, so allow access. Okay, I got that over here. All righty. Can't we just use is grounded, but for the boat? We need to implement it. That's what we're doing. We need to implement it. Okay, copy only. Okay, make read only. Yes, that is important. Okay, I'm going to put this in the Discord. I'm curious to see how this happens. Okay, so I'm curious to see like what the experience is. Let me know like if on your end, are you able to click other tabs and like view the code, but just not edit it? Or are you restricted to my view? I'm super curious about that. Like, are you able to navigate the code? But yeah, anyway, although I see that exactly zero of you have joined, but you know, there's other people. I forgot. There's other people I want to send the link to. Okay, so let me go to. Gotta go to Instagram. All right, I'm going to send it to. Okay, I'm going to send it to my step cousin. I'm going to send it to. I'm going to send it to the Razman. Now, when I was in Zambia, I had this cab driver who was very, very friendly. Like not that he was a little. He was like, oh, I'm gonna send you a friend request on Instagram, and I'm like, okay, like yeah, sure. And he would message me all the time on Instagram with like, hello, sir, how are you? Good morning, and how are you? You have inspired me to travel the world and things like. And I'm like, okay, and like I like rarely responded to him, and I see that his last response was 3 weeks ago. So maybe I should just let that sleeping dog lie. Maybe I'll just leave that alone. I was thinking about sending it to him, but I don't think I will. I do. There have been a couple of famous people on Instagram I've sent the link to, but all right. So, oof, boy, it's getting warm. You need to approve me. Okay, so accept. Okay, did I need to approve Matthew? How did I not need? How was it that Matthew was able to join like with no problem, but not sure wasn't? Does Matthew maybe have some, is he signed into some site whereas Not Sure was like doing it anonymously? I just joined anonymously. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So I'm curious, are you able to like click on the tabs and scroll the code, or are you locked into my view? Oh, Matthew says I have government approval. Keir Starmer let Matthew into the session. I can't do anything that affects you. So you cannot scroll. You're not able. Are you able to? But I can view other files. Well, so you can click other tabs then. Like, and I guess it's your view that changes. Okay, VS Live Share got started. Well, what is this telling me here? Okay, it's just okay. Let's see. Invite. There's the invite code. Okay, guest join. Okay, all right. Follow a guest and have them scroll or navigate other files. How can I can follow a guest? Oh, okay, never mind. Editor is read only. Yes, I understand that the editor is read only. I can view scroll myself, but you can't see that. Okay. That's what I was getting at. Like, I understand you can't type, but can you do this? Can you do this? And can you do this? Can you do that? All right. Like, I understand you can't type, but can you do that? I remember way back in the day, long ago. I'm sure I've talked about this before too, but I remember long ago that Visual Studio had this great feature on the context menu, and it was something like make file read only, so that you wouldn't accidentally hit a key and then hit run, and then now you've saved the file. You probably will get a syntax error, so you have to undo what you typed, which is no big deal, but now you have touched the file, and now you got to do like a full recompilation or something like that, right? Like, and so they added this ability to just be able to say read only. And this was like when they were still using version numbers for Visual Studio. Like I think the last version number that they did was version 6.0, and then after 6.0 they started doing Visual Studio 2004, I think was like the first one. Maybe it was 2002, I don't know. But so it was a long time ago that they had that read only option, and like people have been screaming for it to come back. Like there have been lots of people asking for it, especially in Visual Studio Code, and it's like Microsoft is like it's weird. It's weird. It's like it's some political thing. It's like some political. Matthew focused your attention. Wait, how did you do that? What did you do? What do you mean you focused my attention? Try that again. Do it again. Do whatever you were doing. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. Well, wait a minute. Can I block you? Well, what if I'm typing? Like, I want to... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Okay, how do I make it so that you cannot do that? Actually, how can I kick you off? I don't even know how to, like, end this. Like, oh, wait, I just closed it. Wait. Now, okay, live share. There we go. Okay. Oh, I got to pin it open. Okay. Like, literally, how do I stop the live share? Extensions. Manage? No. Not sure focused your attention. I don't like this. No. Oh, wait, it's up here. Sharing read only. Okay, what do we got? Copy link, manage screens, shared servers, focus participants. Okay, I'm going to focus you guys. Ha ha ha. Now I'm focusing you. Yeah. Who's focused now? Who's focused now, huh, bitches? No, wait a minute. Wait. No. Okay, share terminal, read only. Okay, I thought I did that already. Oh, share terminal. Oh, shit. Okay, that's the terminal. Okay, whatever. That's no big deal. Okay, well, so how do I prevent you from focusing my attention? This is made for a work environment, not really a live stream. Obviously. All right. Okay. So here's the boat water detector. All right. And so I'll be honest, I really haven't looked at this too much. So the way it works is on the boat, we have those 4 points. And the 4 points under the boat are kind of like the things that are going up and down. And that's how you get that kind of rocking motion on the boat. So it's doing something with those points. I had to, create. I didn't create them. I had to drag them over and set them. So what is it doing? It's getting the transform for the current point. If it's null, it's exiting. It gets the origin P position plus vector up. Okay. So it's like adjusting its position a little bit. Okay, so there are two ways that the AI gave me two ways to use collider mode or use this API mode. Now oh, hi baby. I'll be right back, guys. I need to get some medicine for my wife. I'll be right back. I'm back. I know you guys missed me. Okay. Okay. What was I talking about? I was talking to, The API mode. So there's this API mode where it's not a privacy filter. I know it's not. It keeps the camera on. Well, let me change that. Let's see. I can do this. I think I can make it so that I can do this. There we go. So on. Okay, perfect. Okay. So there's this API mode, but the AI wasn't very clear. Here's that little hack that I hate. But the AI wasn't very clear. So this is an interface that I would have to implement, but I'm not sure where I would implement it. And I asked the AI that question. Let me find the conversation. Okay. We should use an invisible character. Oh my god. Oh, you mean like, I thought you meant like a character in the game instead of underscore. I don't think you can. That would probably, well, no, I guess you could. You can have Unicode, which I hate. You can have Unicode in the source files for C#, which I've had to smack AI a couple of times because for whatever reason, AI has started introducing, AI will generate code that has Unicode, like, you know, because like you can make the O or the N or the W, there's a Unicode version of it basically. And the AI has been generating source files with Unicode, and then I don't realize it, so I just paste it in, and then I go save, and then Visual Studio shoots up this big like dialogue that says, "Hey, I can do this if you really want me to, but do you really want me to?" kind of thing. And so anyway, okay, so there's the API mode where you would have to implement this. Where you'd have to implement this interface. But what did I asked AI? Does this mean I have to implement? And then I gave it in, and it said no. Only if you choose height API mode. If you keep collider mode, water has a thin trigger on a water layer. You do not implement anything. If you prefer height API mode, implement the interface once on your water object and assign it to water provider source with use collider mode equals false. If you prefer height API, implement the interface once on your water object. So does that mean I would attach it to this? So I disabled water for the time being, but does that mean I would attach it here to like the base water table? I guess so. And then it gave me this. Okay, so here, flat height water provider, constant flat water attached to your water route if surface is a plane at a fixed Y, which it is. Whereas we have this other one, the procedural wave height generator, which we don't need to worry about that. Maybe we try that, right? So we can come over here. So it doesn't really matter right now where we put it. So I've been trying to use the way that Matthew organized his games. I'm not too into it, honestly. I'm not super in it. I'm like, you know, it's like you're single and you go on a date with a girl and you're not that really, you're like she's okay, you're not that, but you're not really that into her, but you're bored and you don't, I mean, she's not ugly and she's not dull. So she's, you know, and you're bored. So that's kind of how I feel about this, like this strategy of organizing things. So anyway, let's try to go with it though, because sometimes you force yourself into a relationship and it ends up being really good. So, and then other times you break up in a horrible mess. Okay, let's see. Create mono behavior script, and then I forgot what it was called, but let's just, too late now. I think maybe I'm going to exit Unity and get back in Unity. We should use umlaut in the code more. What? No. We'll use umlaut for Gaussian splat, and then just every vowel. I think you could. There's certain consonants that you can use an umlaut on as well. Oh, who texted me on Instagram? Somebody wrote me back on Instagram. My step cousin, he wrote back. He said, "Sweet man, I jumped on for a little bit. That was a weird porn chat room." All right. Okay. So let's do this. God, it's gotten. Where's my phone? It's gotten so hot in the house. I'm so fucking sick of this summer that just will not seemingly fucking end. Here we are, 6 days into October, and it's still like 85 degrees during the day. It's still, what is the temperature right now? What is the temperature right now? Wait, I'm going to do it over here so everybody can see and suffer in my misery. It's fucking 75 fucking degrees right now. Because it's humid. The humidity was back up today. It's fucking ridiculous. I'm going to convert that to Celsius for Matthew. It's 24 degrees. It's October 6th. And like I'm still running my AC at night. Luckily I have a mini split in my bedroom. So that's the one I'm running. I'm not running the AC in the whole house, but Jesus Christ. All right, I'm pumping it down to 71. Okay, I want to get a mini split installed in here, but that's a whole nother thing. All right, okay. So there's this. Let's go with the name that AI suggested. Flat water height provider. Okay. Oh yeah. So I have a vent right under me. It's like the table that this computer's on. It's like and the vent's right under. So when I'm sitting here and the vent comes on, if I adjust myself just the right way, the cool air goes right up my shorts. And if you're a guy, you know what I'm talking about. And I would imagine girls even like can take some pleasure in that as well. Like I would imagine that area gets kind of like, steamy as well. So I'm sure that the cool air blowing on the cooch probably feels as good as the cold air blowing on the balls does. Like I'm just saying, Lisa, before you take a nap, is that true? Does the cold air blowing on your cooch feel as good? Well, I don't know that you wouldn't be able to say, but does it feel good? She's probably already left for a nap. And we'll never know. We're never going to know. All right. Let me rename this script. Okay. So I guess what I want to do is I want to wait for Unity. Oh my God. All right. Okay. Before I do it, yes, it's nice. Okay. All right. No, I figured it would be. All right. You go rest, Lisa. Bye, sweetheart. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to attach that there. Water level. What is the water level? I mean, I know what the water level is, but what is the value of the water level? Project runs fine for me. I think your PC is struggling. I never had this many problems until I started using Streamlabs. Just saying. We might switch back to OBS tomorrow just to see if there's any noticeable difference. Or tomorrow, not tomorrow. Well, no, I'm not going to, I guess the next stream I'll be doing from here will be next, Monday, maybe next Sunday, Cause the Redskins don't play until Monday night. They play Monday Night Football. You guys put in waves for some reason. Water level changes, I think. No, we didn't. So I think what you're seeing, that is built into Unity. I'm not sure why that happens. Is it, I forget. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But I think that was there. But it doesn't really change the water level. They're like very still waves. Eventually, I would love to have waves. I would love that. But it's not a hard requirement. Version 2. Okay. So let me see. What was I doing? I got completely distracted. It's the water shader doing the shoreline thing. See, Matthew knows. Okay. So we put that. So how do I know what the water level is? It 0? Since this. So, okay. Well, okay, wait. That's going to be relative to the water root. So let's look at the water. Okay, that was environment, which is all zeros. That's good. And then water root is 0. So I'm going to guess water level is 0. But for some reason that feels wrong. I don't know why. That just feels wrong, but okay. I was using 0 for my script, for the tree script. Okay. And it seems, okay. I don't know why that feels wrong to me. I think it's maybe because we did the whole thing with the terrain where we moved it up, but okay, whatever. Okay, 0. We'll go with 0. Okay. And then there's something I need to set. What did the AI tell me? Where did that window go? If you prefer API, implement the interface once on your water object and assign it to the water provider source with use collider mode false. So that's going to be on the boat object, I believe. Oh, wait, inspector. Or boat. I got boat right there. Okay. Water provider source. So that's going to be base water table. Okay, it's not locked. At least I don't think it is. It's not locked, but I'm not able to drag base water table. Oh, there it goes. No, wait, let me try that one more time. Now, why can I not drag? Okay, so this is supposed to be a mono behavior. This is boat. Let me collapse some of these. Why am I not able to... Okay, water provider source. Let's look at what water provider source is. Water provider source, it's a mono behavior. Drag a component that implements... Oh, I need to drag the script to it? Or do I... I'm so confused. Wait a minute. What do I drag to this? Drag a component that implements iWater height provider. So I have a script that implements it, and I attach that script to the base water table, and now I'm trying to drag the base water table to it, but I'm not able to. So now the way that the AI words it though is weird. I'm going to see if I can do this. Flat water height provider, the script. Okay. Now can I drag? Oh. Okay. All right. Okay, so I don't want that on the water. I mean, I don't want that on the boat. Change type to script instead of generic mono behavior. I'm going to read the manual. I'm sick of vibe coding. Okay, read the manual. Wait a minute. Okay, Matthew's answer didn't make any sense to me. But wait, I have an idea. I'm going to do this. I'm going to take the properties. I'm going to go over here. This is not vibe coding, by the way, not sure. We're better than vibe coding. This is not vibe coding. Okay, maybe it is a little bit. Okay, so let's see. We're going to drag this here. Okay, put that there. Okay, put that there. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to come back over here to the boat. Okay, and now we're going to drag the component here. You realize what... I was going to say, you realize what the problem is with this, is that it assumes the boat will only ever be in that body of water, which I guess is fine. It's fine. But I mean, imagine we want to implement a trailer and we can back the boat up onto the trailer and then we can drive to the lake and the volcano and then dock the boat or put the, launch the boat into the lake. And now that's going to be broken. Can we have the player identify as a boat so that we can use all these player built-ins? Okay, let's see. Okay, and then I need to make this false. So let's see if this changes anything. Oh my God, did we already finish the music? You want some Russian music? Not sure. Russian post-punk? All right. Okay. So far this is not bad, right? Boat on water, not overland, not beached, and then it has a water depth of around 5 units, I guess. And then let's see if we come over here. Okay. And then we drive. Let's drive out. So I don't know why the water depth isn't changing, but I guess I'm not super concerned with that. Let's try to go. Oh no, actually I should be concerned about that. Yeah, the water depth is not. Let's beach ourselves. Okay. Well, I did see the beach. Okay, let's look at how this code works. KS, hey there, good evening. KS, good sir. KS, how are you doing? Hey, I am sending this out to all of I'm trying to pimp the Discord channel or the Discord server out. So let me paste another link in. Copy. I even invited my dead friend Joe. I don't think he's going to be joining because he's literally dead, but I invited him anyway. So let me paste that link in here, and maybe KS, if you're on Discord and you'd like to join us over there, come on over and join us. We'd love to have you. All right, let me. There we go. There's my beautiful voice right there. There we go. And actually, I can. You know what? I'm join the conversation on Discord. And then I'm going to put that, and then I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to pin the message. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, sure. Why not? That I like that attitude. That's how I ended up getting married. And you know what? I'm only like half joking. So, all right. Okay, let's see. All right. So that's an improvement. That's an improvement. Let's see what we have here. So let's look at the flat height water provider code. Let's look at that a little more closely. I'm going to drag it over to the right-hand side so we can see it. And you guys should know. Why are you focused? Did you mean to focus my attention, Matthew? He's focusing my attention. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, so we're not using collider mode, so I'll collapse that. Okay, so we try to get the height. Water provider, try get height. Height. Water level Y. Okay, so that's the water level. Normal up. Oh, okay. So okay. I've never liked this pattern. And this pattern of using outs to return multiple returns. So in C, to return multiple return values, right? Like I get it. Like a C++, you would do it. You would do something very similar. You would use what in C++ is called a reference. You could use a pointer, but it's safer to use a reference. It's also slightly faster. And actually, I have an entire rant about references in C++, which you guys should remind me about it sometime to talk about why references in C++ are implemented incorrectly. Anyway, but so that's what this is doing. Well, first of all, this code is stupid. because this is always going to return vector up, which I guess if like multiple classes are implementing try get height, okay, all right, I can forgive you. Height, water level Y. Well, this is just a constant. I don't need that at all. World position. It's not even doing anything with world position. Okay. So, okay, back to what I was talking about. Okay, so this is returning three things, right? This is returning the height, this is returning the normal, and then it's returning a bool indicating whether or not it was able to get it. If I was going to do that, so let's talk about C++ really quick. If I was going to do this in C++, the way I would do it is I would use basically an anonymous struct. It's called, you could use tuple, and then you identify like float, vector, and now as a Boolean, I could get fancy and I could do this, an optional, right? Now I would probably alias some of these things just to make them a little bit easy, just to make this code a little bit easier to read. Like, I don't know, I'm like using retval equals this, and then it's std optional retval, and then try get height, right? And then so that basically this is like, you can think of this as like an anonymous struct. You can, and you refer to things positionally. You say, give me the first thing in the anonymous struct, give me the second thing in the anonymous struct. I imagine there is something similar in C#. Let's ask AI. I'm going to ask Grok. Let's see, Grok. Grok's really fast. Is there something similar to C++'s std, not optional, tuple in C#? Let's see. What the open and close bracket do serialized field? So this is what's called an attribute. And the way that you basically the way you apply an attribute to a thing, you can apply and I'm not going to name everything because I don't know, but I know you can apply attributes to functions, you can apply them to classes. In C++, you can apply them to member variables. I assume you can here in C# as well, but I don't know. But that's just basically the syntax for declaring an attribute. And of course, open and close bracket is used in other in other situations as well, namely for like index, like the index of a vector or an array, or also for like hash maps. It makes it available to the GUI. Well, that's what the serialized field does. Okay, maybe I misunderstood the question. Maybe you answered the question correctly. Not sure. I thought he was asking what the brackets do. Okay, let's see. Yes, C# has a feature called tuples that serve similar purpose as C++'s tuple. Introduced in C# 7, tuples provide a lightweight way to group multiple values of different types into a single object. See, so this is... So let me see. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Equivalent C++ code. Oh, this is really nice. So you could actually change this interface to be like float. That's pretty cool. I like it. I thought it was pronounced tuple. I've always pronounced it tuple. I mean, I've always heard it pronounced tuple. Like couple, tuple. Okay. So what is this code doing? It's taking the water depth. Okay, what? No, it's taking H. I really hate this. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to change this. Because since these are constant, let's just do this really quick. Serialized field, private, float, water level. Now, I feel like I might already have a water level in here, but it is what it is. Well, let's look. Do I? Okay, maybe I don't. I gotta tell you, I made these noodles. Well, so have you ever had the bulldog noodles? Are you guys familiar with bulldog noodles? Like I love bulldog noodles. Like they are so like extremely popular, right? Like they're very popular in the US, obviously in like Asia. And like I saw them at multiple grocery stores in South America, and they're so popular. I have even seen them in Bolivia, right? So you know if something is being sold in Bolivia that it's popular. And so I made these bulldog noodles. Now I like the yellow package. I put the full spice in them, and then I mixed in a little bit of a yum yum sauce. Are you familiar with yum yum sauce? Check it out if you're not familiar. Love me some yum yum sauce. And then I cooked up some chicken with onion and garlic, and I put some peas and carrot. Oh my God, my lunch was so good. I loved my lunch. Okay, Tupple suggests it has 2 P's. I've never heard it pronounced tuple. Let me see. How to pronounce tuple. Oh, wait. Do I have... No. Oh, wait. Okay.
To zip them together, thereby turning a tuple of 3 arrays into an array of 3 tuples.
Yep. He said tuple. Okay, what about this? Why do I need 44 seconds?
How to pronounce this word, as well as how to say more interesting and related words, and some of the most mispronounced ones as well. So make sure to stay tuned and consider subscribing for more learning. How do you say it?
For fuck's sakes, how do you pronounce it?
Tuple.
Yep.
Tuple.
Tuple.
You do want to stress on the first syllable. Both British and American.
Yep.
Welcome back to our series of English pronunciation videos. Let's take a look at how to pronounce this word. It refers to an ordered list of elements, often used in mathematics and computer science.
Get to it.
It's pronounced tuples.
No, it's
Here's
not.
how it breaks down.
No, and I bet you say GIF. Oh, just put it in a GIF file. Just send me a GIF. Oh God, no. Oh, gee, yeah. You would call it a tuple, wouldn't you? You would call it a tuple. Oh, now I'm angry.
All right, Pythonistas, help me out here. Let's settle this. How do you pronounce this word?
Tuple.
Is it tuple
No.
or tuple? You decide. Let me know in the comments.
Oh, you motherfucker.
All right, Pythonistas, help me out.
He didn't bother to say. Okay. Tuple. Oh, fucking idiots. You're all fucking idiots. All right, what is this? I learned Python at MIT, and the professor said tuple. What does MIT know? I literally bet that same professor says GIF. Fuck him. MIT open course waves. I don't trust it. Maybe it's an American versus British thing. No, it's a common sense thing is what it is. It's tuple. Like, since when does a U make an ooh sound? It's But, tuple, but, cut, luck, fuck. Like, literally, like show me a word where the U makes it ooh, like tuple. I'm trying to think. Put. I can't think of any U words right now. Bum. Mud. Like, literally, who says ooh? Like, no, it's tuple. All right, you know what? I'm gonna ask my daughter. Not that she's like, but I'm just curious to see what she says. This is like another paternity test is what this is. I'm going to ask her how she pronounces it. Flute, it has an E at the end, modifying it. Everybody knows about the E. Oh my God, about the silent E. Don't give me flute and say, here's a, and it's not in tube. No. Oh, I'm going to wait. Okay. All right. I'm just writing her. I'm just curious to see what she says. Okay. Typical. Who the hell came up with the English language? I got to say, one of the most interesting courses I took like ages ago when I was in college is so I had to, obviously when you're in college, you have to take certain courses to satisfy certain areas, right? So I had to take like 2 courses. You had to take English 101 and then you have to take like another English course, even if you're getting a degree in mathematics like I was. So I ended up taking a course on Old English. And because I like languages, I've always liked languages. And that was one of the most interesting classes. I really, really enjoyed that class. It was just so neat learning about like seeing the progressions of the English language and like seeing the origins of a lot of things. Like here's like a little factoid that I remember from that from that class. So you know how like like in modern day it's very niche to be like, why is it woman? Why like it's just another sign of the patriarchy that woman, it's men, woman, man. So here's how that came. So there actually used to be 2 words. I mean there is today, but the 2 words were woman and woman, right? And the WO, that prefix was for females, and the WER was for males. Woman, woman. Over time, the WER dropped off, and we came up with men or man, and then the WO just kind of stayed to differentiate the 2. However, man was not the only word where wo and were used, and there's still a relic of it today. Do you know where that is? Do you know? Anybody? I'm gonna wait. Wait a minute. I'm gonna wait to see if anybody can get it. I'm just gonna give it a second to see if anybody knows. No one? No one? Okay. Werewolf. Werewolf. Like that's why it's called werewolf. It's actually like a male wolf, werewolf. So anyway, or man wolf, werewolf, like so like that was one of the neatest things about that course was seeing all these like little relics. Like in Old English, there used to be multiple ways to make things plural. There still are, but one of the very, very common ones in Old English was to add en to the end of a word to make it plural, like you do with oxen and like you do with children. Like we still do that today. But back in Old English, there was a whole slew of words. Like a lot of those words used it. So there was just like all those little things that were actually really cool. That was like one of my favorite courses, honestly. Like, I mean, and I love math and I love programming, but this Old English course was really cool. And I remember I kind of had like a slight crush on the teacher, and I think she might have had one on me too, because like I was like, and that was like I was younger and I was like in really good shape back then, and I was one of the older students because I the way that I went through college was a little bit different, but I was like close to 40 when I took the course, and she was probably like right in her 40s, and so like I don't know, but she tried talking me into taking, because she had a course where you studied Chaucer, Canterbury Tales. And of course, Canterbury Tales is written in Middle English. And I really, really wanted to do that. Okay. Not sure is telling me to focus. Okay. He's got a point. He's got a point. Like I watched Matthew's stream the other night, like last night, and Matthew stays focused. He doesn't go off talking about how he wanted to bang his old college professors. No. So, okay. I mean, I got to take a lesson out of out of his book. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So what were we doing? Okay. So what we're doing is we're getting the water height. So we don't even need this, right? We can just use the water height up here. Didn't I literally just do this water level? Okay. So we can do this. So I'm not going to comment this out, but I am. Whoa. Let's not be too hasty now. Okay. So literally I don't need this if statement at all. Right. Whoa, 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 whoa. Calm down there for a second. Just calm down. Okay, wait. This is what I want to do. So what this H would be water level. It would be my water level. Okay. Oh my God. I can't, I hate this keyboard. I got to get that keyboard that Not Sure told me about. Oh shit. Okay, let me see. Okay, water depth, and then we're just going to go over here. It's just going to be water level. Okay, so we're just going to have water. Oh, this is constant too. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not, because origin.y is going to change. So origin.y, I'm guessing, is like the current location. Where is origin? Is origin another fucking member variable that, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh! Literally, is origin a built-in member variable? No. Okay. I apologize. But it is related to P position vector up. So yeah, so it is something. Okay, well, where's P? It would not completely surprise me if P. Okay, no, P sample points. Okay, so it's a sample point. Okay, got it. Okay, so we're getting the Y position. So we have the water depth. We're just doing some basic math, okay? If water depth is greater than or equal to minimum water depth in water equals true. And then we're doing a sphere cast, okay? Now, why are we doing that? From the origin, probe radius, vector down. I'm going to ask AI to explain this. How do I get the chat window in here? Like, how do I always forget how to do that. No, that's not it. I thought, is it control? Matthew, goddammit, how do I do that? Top right. That's chatting with you guys. You guys aren't intelligent. Oh, GitHub Copilot. No, but I went to short. Like wait, am I not signed in? I'm not signed in. Or am I? Open chat window to sign in. Oh, I'm not. Okay, so that's why AI's been not really that great. Okay, so wait a minute. Already have an account. Sign in. Okay, yeah, I got to sign in over here. Continue. Grant the permissions. Authorize. Yes. Oh, God. Okay. All right. Send me a text message. It's not going to send me a text message? All right, use the Authenticator app. All right, let me get that out. I got to get that out. Jesus Christ. We're already running out of time. I can't believe how late it is already. What do we do? We're doing the Authenticator app. Authenticator. All right. And then the code is, surprisingly, it's 123456. Excellent. Okay. Verify, open in Microsoft Visual Studio, and then perfect. Oh, now I don't need a walkthrough. I just want to know how to. Ask Copilot. Alt this. Explain this code and the parameters. Somebody texted me. My daughter says, both. To pull more often, though. She's not my daughter. No, I'm going to tell her that. I just responded. I responded to her. I said, I have no offspring. Okay. Let me see. All right. This line performs a physics query in Unity to detect ground beneath a sample point using a sphere cast. Okay. Physics sphere cast. Casts an invisible sphere like a thick ray from a starting point. Got it. Origin, the starting point. Okay. Probe radius, the radius of the sphere. Got it. Vector down, the direction to cast the sphere. Well, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, if it's a sphere and you have an origin, I assume the origin was in the center of the sphere, right? Like what am I missing here? Like here's the origin, and then here's the sphere of radius x. So what's the point of the direction? I should have started reading the Unity manual like a year ago. Probably. Okay. So this is what I would like. So what is the point of a direction? I think it's in the direction of the raycast within the sphere. Huh? Huh? That makes no sense. Then what would the difference between like if it's telling you, that makes no sense. That literally makes no sense, because then why wouldn't you just use a raycast? No, not sure. Oh my god, it drives me nuts. This man, he just oh my god, it drives me crazy. Okay. So I am making a big assumption, which might be incorrect. I am making a big assumption that the origin, the starting position of the sphere cast, just above the sample point on the, okay, so the starting position of the sphere cast, I am making a big assumption that that is the center. Now, the direction parameter does make sense if it is not. And if instead you have the sphere, and then, so you have the origin, and then down, meaning the sphere goes down from the origin point. Whereas if you said, I guess, up, the sphere would go up from the origin point, right? So maybe that's it. And then, so anything within, because if it's the center, like I originally assumed, and then you have a direction, well, that's just a raycast. That's just a raycast. So vector down, the direction to cast the sphere. You'll be, okay, wait. My daughter says you'll be disappointed to know that I put the, she said, you'll be disappointed to know that I put the open bracket on the same line as the function name these days. Oh my, you're just talking yourself out of the will. Okay. So yeah, so I'm guessing it's something more along the lines of this, right? Surely there's some charts or something online. Unity sphere cast diagram. Okay, does the Unity documentation have any diagrams? No. Why would it have diagrams? Unity spherecast reference? No, that's just the same thing. Understanding spherecast, Unity discussions. I asked in the first, I wonder if he's asking the same thing. Many people in the spherecast want to use it to test the sphere around the origin, usually a player like testing one direction. In a nutshell, spherecast is designed to be used as a thick ray by sending out the sphere of size, origin, radius down a point ray. Okay, so it's exactly what I was saying. I think. I'm not going to read that entirely. I'm just going to assume I'm right. Let's see. Does any of this help? So I told my daughter when she said that she puts the open bracket on a new line, I responded, you're just talking yourself out of the will. And she says, I know a pretty good lawyer who could help me out. So she's married to a lawyer. So anyway, that's the joke. I don't think I've ever used Spherecast in a real use case. So let me see. I don't think that's correct. What is this documentation? It's a discussion. I don't think that's correct. I don't think that's correct. Because again, well, yeah, no, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. That's a raycast. What purpose? Like, look at this diagram. Here, I'm going to make it bigger for you guys. Oh, I can't apparently. Here, let me see. Open image and new tab, okay? And let's make this. Look at this. Look. Spherecast origin, direction. How is this different than a raycast? I guess does it hit anything inside? Man, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Game over, man. Game over, man. Game over, man. I need a soundboard.
Well, that's great. That's just fucking great, man. Now what the fuck are we supposed to do? We're some real pretty shit now, man.
Come on, say it. Say it. Just say it.
Man. Game over, man. It's game over.
I love that. I love that movie. Okay. I don't know that we're ever going to solve the mystery of what Spherecast does. Okay. So why don't we're intelligent people. I mean, wait a minute. Unity scripting tutorial, Spherecast. This is 14 minutes long. Jesus Christ. Just get to no. I'm just gonna browse to the most. I just want to see a chart. I just need to see a fucking chart. Oh my God, these people. Oh my, never mind. Get out of here. All right. Okay. All right. Instead of trying to guess what Spherecast does, okay, Matthew sent a link. Let's see what this link is. I'm trying to launch it. Yes, go to the site. I thought this was about Spherecast.
Bruh.
I thought this was about Spherecast. Is Game Over on here? I can forgive you if Game Over is on here. It's not on there. All right. So why don't we just kind of figure this code out ourselves? So the origin of this looks like ground hit to distance. So raycast hit. Okay, so this is I guess this is to see how deep the water beneath the point is. Okay, so it sends out a raycast. Probe depth. I don't like this at all. Ground clearance via raycast. It's like a thick ray. Yeah, I think it's what I said here, right? So you have the origin here, right? Let's just pretend it's a point. And then if you say up, then you have a sphere of radius r that's where it's directly above you. If you say right, then it's to your right. If you whatever direction you say, that's where the sphere is. And then anything along is it anything along the sphere? Like the outer edge will trigger a hit? Or anything inside? But I think that would be like a collider or something. I don't know. It shoots a sphere along a ray. I don't know. It's like a thick array. And then I like Matthew's correction. It's thick. It's thick. Okay. Is this link going to help me? Not sure. Is it going to help me, or is this going to make me angry? Documentation. I've gone on rants before about documentation, and documentation on the internet, by and large, is horrible. Horrible. There are exceptions, like the QT documentation, which is great, which is phenomenally good. Whenever I have to go through the arduous task of writing documentation, I try to model my documentation after the QT documentation. Sometimes it hurts, sometimes it doesn't. But most documentation on the internet is fucking awful. I'm dropping a lot of F-bombs tonight, but that's okay because we're men. I assume. Okay, let me see what we got here. All right, go to the site. Just do it. No, this is okay. Casts a sphere along a ray and returns detailed information on what was hit. Well, how about you define a hit? Sphere cast will not detect colliders for which the sphere overlaps. This is not telling me what this does, and I don't want to read this much. Cast a sphere along a ray. No, this. Okay. No. That's not helpful. That's not helpful. Not helpful. Okay, so this code is actually not that long, and it doesn't look terribly complex either. I feel almost like we could do with just this. I'm curious about what it was trying to do here. Minimum ground equals G. So it's like saving the minimum ground. And then I guess it's using that. Yeah, minimum ground clear. Why wouldn't it just send a ray cast down? Right? Like you would spit. Okay, probe depth, which I think is defined. Cast depth below each sample point. Why wouldn't you? Yeah, why wouldn't you? Because you have vector down. So why wouldn't you just use a ray cast? And then the ground mask. Yeah, I think we can redo this with a ray cast. If you throw a ball in a straight line, it will return everything it hits along the way. I think it's using sphere cast to avoid using multiple ray casts at certain corners of the boat, so it has a wide. No, it's because it's doing a sphere cast for each point, right? So I think maybe we can just rewrite this with a ray cast. I think a ray cast makes the most sense. Oh God. Okay. Wait. I'm gonna watch that some other time. Okay. Consider using physics raycast if you need a true surface normal. Okay. So let's try this. Okay, first of all, how do we write a raycast? I don't know offhand. I just know what a raycast does. But let's go over here. Are you guys still looking at this? Hey, are you still there? I can't tell. Oh, it looks like you are there. Okay. Well, okay, that's neat. Okay. No. I don't want to. There we go. Okay. So let's. Okay, we don't need this file. That file sucks. We don't need that file. Let's just look for a raycast, honestly. Oh, I don't remember. Let's just not match the case. Okay, I don't want the raycast that's in the, let's see. How about this one? Pistol interaction. That looks good. This is for shooting. Okay, let's just copy that. Okay, if raycast position, so that's going to be origin. Direction is going to be vector down. Vector 3 down. Raycast hit, and then the range. I guess that would be probe depth. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, so if it hits, let's see. So we have Would it just be hit distance? So does that tell you the distance from the origin? I'm guessing so. Goddamn gnat. Die, gnat. Die. So okay, I'm gonna get distracted for a minute. So I guess last year, it was about a year ago. Oh, it was a little before Thanksgiving. I'm a fucking idiot, okay? I'm an idiot. So I start noticing that there's gnats in the kitchen, right? And at first I think, sometimes you get gnats. Sometimes it happens. It happens. And then they start multiplying. And there's tons of them and tons of them. And so I'm getting more and more annoyed. So I start with the basics, right? I buy gnat traps. I buy special lights and all kinds of things. And it's helping, but it helps for a day or two. And then then the problem comes back. It just gets worse again. It's not getting better. And then it just starts getting really, really bad. And I am fighting with these things, right? Because they were in the kitchen. And so I'm in the kitchen trying to make food and the gnats are swarming all around me. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then they start it was bad. It was bad. And then they start going into other, they're in my office downstairs. They're in here. They're in the bedroom. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I just remember I've always thought of myself as a grounded person and as a mentally stable person. But I was literally having these borderline psychotic thoughts. I was having fantasies of catching a gnat and torturing it. This was logical in my mind that I want to catch one of these little fuckers and just torture it. And then pin it to a post and send it back to its friends so they'll get scared. I'm having these irrational thoughts and I'm just going mad. And then I start seeing them out the corner of my eye. But wait, was that actually a gnat or am I just making it up? I don't know. I felt like I was losing my fucking mind with these gnats. They were so bad. And so I cleaned my kitchen top to bottom. My fridge had never been cleaner. The kitchen had never been cleaner. It was impeccable, but they were not going away. Now, I have a laundry room that's off the side of my kitchen, and that's where we keep the trash can. We keep the trash can and we keep the recycling, but we don't use the recycling. So of course, I empty the trash. And the trash can, not a problem. So I call an exterminator. This was one of the most embarrassing moments of my life. He comes in and I'm telling him what the problem is. This is one of the most literally one of the most embarrassing things in my life. He tips open the trash. He sees it's clean. It's perfect. And then for whatever reason, I had never bothered to tip open the recycling. And somehow some rotten piece of fruit or some rotten piece of food had gotten in there and it had just been rotting and rotting and rotting. And I had been driving myself nuts for a month. And for whatever fucking reason, I never bothered to look in the recycling can. Literally. All he did was just open it up and he's like, well, there's your problem. There was a swarm of gnats in there. And I'm like, what the fuck? I had assumed that, it's recycling. So of course there's no food in there. It's the recycling can. I don't know what I was thinking. It just never even occurred to me. It was, and I felt so bad because it was an exterminator that came out for a free assessment of the situation. And there's your problem. And I'm like, motherfucker. I felt like a fucking idiot. An idiot. Okay. Yeah, that was one of the most embarrassing things. Completely embarrassing. I bet the gnats could code this boat collider. Shut up. Hopefully you gave him $20. No, I didn't give him anything. I felt bad. I should have. I felt really bad, but whatever. Okay. So I think this makes sense. There's nothing crazy going on here. We didn't even need, like, we don't need this try get height provider. Like, we don't even need that. Yeah, let's give this a shot. That's not Unity. Yeah, no, that was one of the most. That was a horribly it was a horrible experience. Horrible experience. Okay. Okay. Did we get it? What is this? Reminder C++ references. Oh yeah, no. I could talk about C++ references. Like I'll talk about it in a minute. And we'll look at Kekbo on another night. Okay. Let's see. What do we got going on here? All right, we get in here. Okay, so the water depth, it's not really changing. Well, let's look at how, okay, but let's see, on water. Now it's, okay, could this be, I didn't define any layers. Like, I know, okay, so the terrain should have the terrain layer. Don't I want to tell the raycast, like, hey, I only want you to hit the terrain layer? Or something like that? I guess it tries to hit, but I guess then it tries to hit everything by default, right? Let me see. God damn it. God damn it. There has to be something about, okay, layer mask right here. Raycast only hits colliders, I thought. Need to add a ground mask to the, okay, so you guys, all right. So I think I already, okay, ground mask right there. Okay, oh, Matthew's looking at the code, so Matthew knows what he's doing. Raycast only hits colliders, I thought. Correct. But the terrain has a collider. It has a terrain collider. So why wouldn't the raycast... Oh, you know what? The raycast might not be hitting because I might only have a maximum of 5 units. Probe depth. The probe depth is 3. Oh, wait a minute. Probe depth. Let's just make this 500. Now, I don't know what that's going to do to performance, but let's try it and see what happens. If you want my body and you think I'm sexy, come on, baby, let me know. So, do you know that song? The come on, if you want my body. And so, when I sing that song, I'm not singing the 80s version. I'm not singing the song that everybody knows from the 80s. No, I'm singing a if you want my body and you think I'm sexy, come on, baby, let me know. Not sure says, can we see the raycast in the viewer? That's a good question, actually. We should be able to. Yeah, let's look. Wait, don't I have to... Wait a minute. No. Wait. No. Okay, so wait. If we go to the scene... I feel like there's something else I need to do. There's something I need to do. All right, side by side it. All right. Okay. But there's something I need to do. Oh, I need to draw the ray. That's what I need to do. Okay, I knew it wasn't just as simple as I hate the side by side. I'm sorry, guys. I can't stand that view. Okay, I knew there was something else, but let's see what this does. Let's see. Okay, so the water depth. Okay, I want the water depth to increase if I drive out. But it's not. And see, if I go to the scene, where's the boat? There's the boat. And if I go under the water, yeah, that's definitely more. Yeah. I guess another thing we can do is let's make sure it's hitting, right? Let's make sure it's running. If any, like actually. Let's see. Okay. So it should be hitting. It is hitting. Hit distance. Locals. I'm going to use my favorite feature of Visual Studio, which is this add a watch right there. Oh, that's so good. Okay, so hit distance is 26.84. Oh, wait a minute. If G is less than... Are we getting less than that? Okay, so this should hit 4 times. Well, let me go here. So this was the second time. This was the third time. This was the 4th time. So min distance is like 23 or something, right? So now we've exited. So min ground, it's here. Minimum ground clearance. Now, what is this doing? Float is positive infinity min ground. Okay. Is it positive infinity? If so, use the probe depth. If it's not positive infinity, use min ground. But it's not positive infinity. So that's minimum clearance, min ground clear. Wait a minute. Yaki Online! Yaki Online, how's it going? Good to see you, Yaki. Hey, join the Discord, Yaki. I'm trying to get everybody onto the Discord, man. It's so cool. We got a Discord server now. Woohoo! Join the Discord. Join it. It'll change your life. No, okay. All right. Yaki Online. Good to see you, Yaki. All right. But do you guys have never heard that song? If you want my God, I'm so old. I know all of you, except not sure. All of you are like 25. Like not if you check the pinned comment, Yaki Online, the link to the Discord's in there. No, but like I know all you guys are like 25, so you probably don't know that song. So I'm like talking. So one of the best movies, like again for the Gen Zers, which is like most of you. If you want to watch an oldie, if you want to watch a movie that will help you relate to your parents, there is a movie called So I Married an Axe Murderer. It is one of my all-time favorite movies. I think it's from 94, 95, something like that. It's from the 90s. Such a good movie. Such a good movie. So I Married an Axe Murderer. It's such a good movie. And it's with Mike Myers. So I sing that song, If You Want My Body. So that song is sang in the movie at one point, and it's hilarious. And so when I'm singing that song, I'm not singing the Rod Stewart hit. I'm actually singing, I'm singing the version from that movie. Yaki Online says, old, it's a classic. Are you familiar with, you've seen that movie? You've seen that movie, Yaki Online? That is a great movie. I want to find it now. So I Married an Axe Murderer. If You Want My Body song. Go watch that movie. That's your assignment over the next day. Watch So I Married an Axe Murderer. There will be a quiz on Wednesday. Okay, where were we? We were talking about the boat. Okay, so we were going over here. Okay, so I don't quite understand the... Okay. Whoa, that's loud. Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, minimum ground cleared. Where's Unity? Okay, so we have minimum. Okay, so min ground cleared is okay. So isn't min ground cleared and water depth the same thing? What is water depth actually on here? Average water depth. Water hits greater than 0. Depth sum divided by water hits. Where is depth sun? Where is depth sum even? Okay, there it is. If in water, water hits plus depth sum. Okay. So that's just the average. Average water depth. Water hits depth sum plus water depth. No, that's not correct. At least not in the way we've changed the code, right? Water level might... Oh, no. So there's two things we want. KS says, I'm getting tired, so I'll go to sleep now. Surely tomorrow, if you're live, I'll be back to catch you. I'll be back on Wednesday. Not tomorrow, but I will be back on Wednesday, KS. Get a good night's sleep. See you then. Okay. So I guess there's a couple of things here, right? So let's just draw a picture. So let me make it a little thicker, or as Matt says, thick. Okay. I mean, we won't make it thicker. It seems to be impossible, but I can make it blue. All right. So we got the water. Okay. And then we have a boat. Okay. We got a boat here. Okay. And then we have the ground on the bottom. Okay. So I'm just trying to think about this. So we have this, which is the depth, which is really all we're interested in. But this also seems to, wait a minute. Maybe I'm thinking about it wrong. Maybe that's actually it. What was I literally had another thing in my mind, but now I don't think there is anything else we need to worry about. We just need to get this. We need to get that figure. We should get the average like it was doing, yes. I feel like this is pretty simple, actually. Water depth, water level. Water level minus origin Y. Origin Y would be here. Water level would be here. Why is it taking that? That's that length, right? It's just the range. Yeah, it should just be it should be where he's at, and then. Okay, this is simpler. This is simpler. I think this is simple. This is simple. Water level. This is simple. Just stop it. Just stop it, Addy. This is simple. Okay. I'm making it more difficult than it is. All right. So I think all we need to do. So we have the Y, but we don't need the Y. What we need, we just need the origin. I don't think we even need this. No. Maybe. No. I don't think. No, I think. How would we determine if we're in the water? We would determine that we're in the water if the boat, if basically this distance here is within a certain range. AI overcomplicating as usual. Yeah, it really is. To select which layers the ray should collide with, use layer mask. Yeah, that's what this is. That's what this is. Not sure. Okay. So water hits depth sum, water depth. So basically we just need the origin. We need to know where we're at. And from there we have a raycast going down. So we have the raycast going down. Really, it should be origin X, Y, and then water level. Right? Maybe I'm overcomplicating that. That might be overcomplicating it. But, okay. So, I mean, origin actually should be XZ and then the water level. But overcomplicating it. Okay, let's just stick with origin right now. It'll be good enough. It might be off by a fraction of a unit, but it'll be good enough. So, how would we know if we're in the water? We would know if we're in the water if this distance is greater than some amount, right? So, minimum ground, the minimum we could have a point here, but then we can also have another point here. So the minimum one of these would be this one. And we know we're in the water if the distance from this is, okay, well, that thing is actually going to be in the water. Okay, so if we know we're in the water if this distance is greater than, I don't know, right? Let's say 5. Origin point should be above the water level, yes. No. Origin point should actually be in the water. I guess it could be either, right? Because it's bobbing. So it could be either. It could be water level, it could be less than, it could be greater than, it's going up and down. But okay. Just look at your global height. So if the water level is less than 5, now I'm going to hard code this. Okay, so then what we can do is we could say in water equals min ground less than 5. Yes, it's hard coded. We'll deal with that. So that's saying if this is less than 5, okay, if it's greater than 5. If it's greater than 5, then we're in the water. In water depths. Okay, so that's going to change things. The is beached is where it gets tricky. But okay, well, what is coverage 0? We clamp the water hits. All right, I'm going to look at that in a minute. I want to see how these changes change things. I'm going to look at that in a second. And I still want to talk about C++ references, but we're not going to have time. I kind of really did want to talk about C++ references. Is beach should always be true. No, it shouldn't. It is beached, meaning if the boat is beached, the boat can be in one of 3 states. It can be in the water, it can be on land, or it can be beached. Beach. Okay. So we have a problem. This says water depth 0. Okay, that's obviously problematic. And water depth is not changing. So I'm guessing water depth, average water depth, water hits, depth sum, water hits, that's all taken care of here. If min ground is greater than 5, then in the water. If in water, water hits plus. Okay, so I guess we're never getting in here. I don't see why we wouldn't, though. Surely we are. Surely we are. Yes, we are. And don't call me Shirley. Ugh. We might have to pick this up. Might have to pick this up on Wednesday, or I might actually look at it tomorrow because this is actually an interesting problem. So I might actually look at it tomorrow. Min ground clearance. The min ground clearance is working like I would expect it to, and then like if I go drive on land, so it's gonna get less than, it's gonna creep up. Yeah, it's working well. That's working well. And then here's where we start flying. Anyway. Okay. I love that. No, I mean, debug, draw a line. No. It's not a matter of draw. Like, the line part, the raycast part is fine. Like, that is fine. The raycast part of it is not the issue. The issue now is just the math of it, right? And it's not, we just got to figure out the math. Just got to figure out the correct math, right? But like what we're doing, Like, we don't need to draw the line. We would, at least to me, the line would be helpful if we didn't understand this. But this is pretty simple. Like Matthew said, the AI, I think the AI was just overcomplicating it, or it was trying to get fancy. And we don't need to be fancy. We just need to be good enough. This is straightforward, right? What we'll do is we're going to define. We're going to have the water depth, which is defined by the terrain. We're going to have another cutoff, which will probably be like somewhere like here, right? It'll be pretty close because the boat doesn't actually sit like that, right? The boat actually sits like this. The boat actually sits like this, right? It's actually in the water. So what this red line represents, it's going to say, okay, if you are within this zone, if you are under the water, I got to think about this. No. If the water depth is here or above and you are there, then you're beached, right? That's what it'll be. So actually that red line will actually probably be closer to like this. It's going to be very close to the water line, but it will be a little less. So if the water depth is that low, then you're beached. But if the water depth is greater than that, then you're fine. And then obviously if the water depth, I would expect to have a negative water depth. No. We'll have to figure that out. Oh my God. So yeah, I think I'm going to think on this. What's going to happen is I'm going to wake up at 5:00 tomorrow and I'm going to look at this at 5:00. And I swear to God, if I see a PR from either one of you fixing this issue, I'm going to be pissed off because I want to do this because this is fun. This is the kind of shit I enjoy. But if you guys really want to take a stab at it, I'm not going to yell at you. I mean, I might yell at you, but I will like it. But I would like to do this. But if you do it, fine. Let me check this in. Actually, no. I think just because I want to discourage the PR, I'm not going to check this in, even though I didn't make a ton of changes. So, back to work in the morning. So sleeping after this. What did I want to say? Oh my God. Okay, before I go, I want to talk about one other thing. Remind me on Wednesday to talk about C++ references, because that's actually I think it's an interesting, I don't want to say story, but it would actually be a really interesting project. And I think the project would it would upset the C++ world. But we'll save that for Wednesday because it's a long discussion. But what I wanted to talk about real quick is I have a horrible case of poison ivy. Let me show you. It's a horrible case. Look at this. Wait, I got a light and I got a camera. Look. Check that out. Wait, is it working? Wait, the camera's not even working. Oh, okay. Why is that camera not working? Huh. All right. Here. Ugh. Check that out. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. Look at that. Look. Look at that. Look. Have you treated it? No. I'm just letting it go away on its own. It'll go away on its own. But it's spread to the other leg because I haven't treated it. But the thing is my philosophy with poison ivy is very much the same with mosquito bites, where what I do is I scratch them until they bleed because I would rather deal with the pain than the itching. And honestly, the pain doesn't last nearly as long as the itching does. And the pain is not nearly as annoying as the itching is, at least not in this case. Gross. It's the oil. Wash with damp soap. Dawn soap. I have ivory. Oh, no. And I'm like, I was scratching it, so I'm like trying not to touch my eyes. The last thing I want to do is, I say this as I am touching my eye. But like I'm trying to be very conscious of like what hand did I use to scratch it? What am I going to touch with that hand? And of course, like, I don't want to scratch my ass with the hand that I scratched the poison ivy. Like, imagine that poison ivy on the crack. Oh God, that sounds horrible. Horrible. All right, boys. Well, I am going to head out, walk the dog. I really want to talk about C++ references. I'm really tempted to talk about it now, but the main thing is that the way that compilers implement C++ references and C++ pointers are pretty much identical. And that is the problem. That is the problem. And I will explain more on Wednesday why that is the problem and why I believe it was never meant to be that way. Anyway, and that's, I would love to write a PR on like one of the open source. Well, there's three main C++ compilers. There's MSVC, which is Microsoft's, which is closed source, but then there's GCC and there's Clang, both of which are open source. And I would love to write I'd love to do a PR, like a proof of concept on one of those compilers to talk about the issue that I want to explain on Wednesday. Is Borland? I think Borland is still around, but I think kind of just barely. Or maybe somebody bought them. Borland Software Wiki. No, Borland Software was a computing technology. Wow. In 2009, the company became a full subsidiary of Micro Focus. In 2023, Micro Focus, including Borland, was acquired by Canadian OpenText, which later absorbed Borland's portfolio into its application delivery management division. That's kind of sad. Philip Kahn was the CEO. I remember that name, Philip Kahn. Where is he? Is he on here? Yeah, Philip Kahn right there. Yeah. He's 73 years old. No, Borland. It's a shame. Borland was a titan. They were a titan. They were a force to be reckoned with. Just like my dog who wants to go on a walk. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Boys, it has been fun. Thanks for joining me tonight. I'm going to look at this boat thing tomorrow. Yep. As always, be sure to click and subscribe, but I know you already have. And some guy bought Commodore. He's going to bring it back. That'd be pretty cool. Like, I wonder, will it be like a new chip? Like, will it be like an entirely new chip and chip architecture? Okay, now I got to look at this. Or he's just going to bring back the old ones? Classic form, ultimate function, 290. Yeah, he's just bringing back the old ones, it looks like. That's pretty neat. It's not a bad idea. Huh. All right, boys. I'll see you on Wednesday. I'll be at my mom's house, so it'll be new setup. But like I said, I do have a big screen there, so we'll be working on my Mac on Wednesday night. All right.